Hi everyone. New place, new setting. It has been a really long time since I've gotten to talk to y'all. So, hi, my name is Carey. I am known as the Patient Stitcher here over on Instagram and on YouTube as well. Um, it has been, I feel like, an eternity since I've gotten to talk to you. Not too many new subscribers. Not surprised since I haven't been posting. But I do have a lot to show you. I have a little bit of haul, lots to talk about with life updates, and the deaf cat is behind me. I sat down in my bedroom because let me tell you, in a smaller farm home style home with extra people in the house, extra time is not something I have anymore. So, yeah, so welcome back to my friends, my subscribers, and welcome to anybody who is new. This particular video is don't mind my towels, my bed. I needed 5 moments of peace and quiet, so these next videos for probably the next year, who knows where they're gonna be. I'm just taking 5 moments of my own time just to bring it to you. So if you're new and you like what you see, it's about as raw as it can get. Usually a hot mess of a day, usually all kinds of things happening, and the cat who can't hear me. So she's pretty happy I'm in the bedroom. So I have, hold on one second, I gotta come back here and grab all my stuff. I don't actually know how many whips I have. I do know that I worked, okay, for being all the things that have happened to me in the last month and a half, I am really shocked that I got any stitching done as well. So I can go with the first things first. So if I'm looking down, it's because it's new. I don't have a lot of space. I don't have a lot of, it's not a lot. I have a lot of nothing at the moment. So I'm looking through all my things. I did get some of my Sals completed this month. I haven't almost finished. So I've been feeling a little productive, just a little bit of productive. So I am doing a Sal with Tamara. She is also on YouTube, and please forgive me, Tamara, this is horrible. I'm going to link her down below anyway. I'm going to put all her stuff down below because I already forgot. She's the PD Stitcher. I wanted to call myself a really bad name, but I'm going to try to keep it as PG as I can. So her and I are stitching on Have Faith from Cottage. There's not enough alcohol or coffee to get this running right today. Cottage Garden Samplings. So this is what it looks like. We started this in April on Good Friday, which was really difficult because I moved probably about 2 weeks after that. So I can show you where I was at before, and I'm sorry for the lighting. I'm going to have to figure all this out. I could have probably turned myself around, but I have not done so. I'm stitching this on, where did I put the fabric piece? I should put it on a piece of paper, but I showed you where I was at. And I feel really productive with this, and I feel like I got quiet. This piece actually was probably one of the pieces that I stitched on solely because I couldn't find the rest of my stuff because we moved. But this is where we're at now. I'm not gonna lie, I love this. This is my first project that I've stitched on 40 count. So, I'm sure PD Stitcher's gotten so much farther than I have, but there wasn't a ton of stitching to do in May. Oh, this is a May update if anyone really wants to know. Not a ton of stitching to do in May because we literally, in life updates, I'll tell you it all. But we moved our daughter, we came back, we moved ourselves. We went all over the place. It was kind of crazy. But these greens are amazing. There it goes. Look at that. These greens are so stunning together on this fabric. that I can't wait to get back to it. I did touch it in the beginning of May, but I didn't stitch on him after that. So I have not caught up with PD Stitcher to find out where she's at. Again, in life updates, you'll understand why, because literally it has been that kind of crazy month for sure. So that was one of my projects. Another project that you guys haven't seen in a while, but when I finally got here, I said I kind of needed my Christmas bag. Santas are one of my favorites. I said that I really wanted to get to something that I wouldn't really have to play with too much. Wouldn't have to find the threads. I am a big dimensions person because all of it's already there. It's already pre-cut. It's already done. I really just got to find the number and stitch along. So this is the Cute Caroler stocking. This is, I think all my daughters picked out their stockings, so I can tell you whose it's going to be. And I can show you where I was at before. I actually don't know if any of my children picked this stocking. I'll have to let you know that later. And believe it or not, this stocking is almost done. And this, ladies and gents, is where we're at now. Isn't that exciting? It's so close to a finish. What I need to do here is obviously put my child's name in the top, if they picked one. And it's so dark. There it goes. It's better. And I have to do the back stitching. So, and put the snowflakes in. But they're done. It's done. Can y'all believe it? It's done? It's so exciting to see this done. It is pretty cool. So this is gonna go in a pile. And you're gonna see in June why I said a pile. But anyway, so it's not fully finished. Again, I have to backstitch. I have to put in the French knots, and I have to put my child's name in it, and then at least it'll be ready to be finished into a stocking. But I'm super excited. So I did pull out another stocking because if you've been here for a little bit, you know that I'm working on getting all my children's stockings done. At least my daughter's, because I already have 4 grandbabies, so I need to catch up. And I already have some in several different forms of stuff. So yes, got phenomenal progress. Backstitching isn't as horrible. It's just having time to do so. And I have thought about ripping it back out and doing stuff with it, but I have not done so. Sorry about that. Another one that I got to work on this month, and I did some backstitching on it, and another, it's my Santa bag, or Snowman bag, which probably should have had my Snowman stocking in it, but isn't it cute? I'm on a tub, so y'all, and then the pulls that I put on some of my bags, I really like them. So this is Under the Sea Sal by Lakeside Needle. I think they still have it on their website. You've seen this before. I've actually put it in my updates. I actually don't have I'll put a full picture of what it's supposed to look like. And then I will show you where I was at before. And I can show you where I'm at now. Because I had to do 2 because I didn't stitch last month on hardly any of my cells. I did the octopus. I couldn't help it. And then I did Bruce. That's what I called him. So I did these 2. And I outlined them. I just didn't do the fish and so I do have to come down here and outline the seahorses, but I do love the octopus. He's so cool, and my granddaughter loved him too, and she is not able to make an appearance if anybody's been waiting. My daughter has decided that she doesn't want her on any social media, which is very sad because she really wanted to help me out, and she loves the mermaid, so I have a funny feeling I'm going to make this for somebody. And so if anybody has ever seen Finding Nemo, which was one of my favorite things to show my daughters when they got older, that's why I called him Bruce, because his fish are friends, not food. So I'm really stoked. I could not believe I got both of these done this month, in May. I got both of these done in May. Once I've started finding my stuff, I actually started to get things done. So I think I'm just going to go across and keep working it that way. And then I just have to get past the mermaid, which, like I said, every time I do this, every time I take this out, she was like, look at Mimi the mermaid. So she loves it. She likes looking at it when I'm doing it. Another Sal that I am currently still working on that everybody's finished by now is the 100 Owls by Elle Forrest Embroidery. I, again, did the same thing. I did the same as I did last month, so I can show you what it's supposed to look like. And I will show you where I was at before. And another bag. I kept this one and didn't give it away to anybody because I did it upside down. So I said I don't care. This is my little Nomi bag. And this is where we are at now. And we are so close, everyone. Yay! You see that? So last time I worked on the other side. Yes, last time I worked on this side, and so I flipped her and I started working on this side or the other side. I think it was this side. So I ran out of thread. Is it this one? It is actually. So I'm going to see if y'all can tell. I ran out of a certain color on this one. So this owl and this owl are supposed to be the same. And this goes to show you that just because you pull a newer DMC or an older DMC does not mean they're going to be the same. Believe it or not, different dye lots. This is the same. I can't remember the number, but it's the same one. I don't mind it because it makes the owls a little bit different, so I don't really mind it. But it definitely goes to show you if you're in the middle of a project and it says you need like 3 or 4 skeins, it is good to purchase those 3 or 4 skeins with whatever you're doing at that point in time, because it could prove to be disastrous if you're going to try keeping the same one. Hopefully they're all the same, but if that's something you need, then it's a good idea to have it. All right, and another stitch along that I'm working on with Elle. She is the Keystone Stitcher. We are working on Eyes of the Forest. I can show you what it's supposed to look like. And I did something a little different with this. I was talking with Elle, and Elle was like, gave me some suggestions, which I 100% appreciate, because sometimes I get into my own head and we need our stitchy friends to help us out because it doesn't always work out the way we want it to. So with that being said, I got this fabric from Be Stitch Me, and it's called Enchanted Forest. That's what I did. And not gonna lie, love, love, love this fabric. So I restarted my stitching, and I am in love. I'm so happy I did this. I still can't figure out, I think it's supposed to go this way. And here is where we're at. I'm hoping it lightens up when I put this up here. I really only got to stitch on this for approximately a day and a half. And I am thoroughly impressed with the stitches on this, how it looks. I'm loving this fabric. I'm loving everything about this. Now, so this is kind of like, I'm not allowing myself, I'm not gritting my fabric. This could always kick me in the ass, I'm not gonna lie to you. And I'm not parking my threads with this one. I'm going to really try super hard to I had a really hard time. The reasons why it took me so long to get this going, I couldn't find my iPad. My little itty bitty Samsung thing that I got for like $40 so I could do Pattern Keeper. And then I had to reload it 4 times on Pattern Keeper to get this to even load. So the first time I did this, I did it on paper. And the other 3 times, I was literally just trying to fight it. So I couldn't find my iPad. I had to reload it on Pattern Keeper. It was almost telling me not to do it, but I had to because I love this thing. But yeah, look at that. And I'm loving this blue. Even though I am changing the eye color from blue to yellow, I'm keeping the blue because it's like all of the feathers and then the face. It needs to happen. So Elle is amazing. She has like, I'm not going to steal it in case she hasn't shown you. So I'm not going to, but she has done something similar. She has definitely started in the same areas that I have already started in as well. But yeah, it's going to be a beauty. And I seriously cannot wait. I'm ready. I didn't stitch on it this month because I've been waiting to show everybody, and kind of sort of that's what I like to do so you guys can see it step by step. But this is the fabric in its glory. Oh, the window's behind it. Let's see if I can. And did you see what bag I switched it to? It has a floral inside, but look at the outside. There you go. I had this fabric when I lived in Alaska, and this was like my first bag that I ever did. And I don't even know what I had in it. I actually had something in this that wasn't even being stitched. So I had to switch it out. And I'm going to see if I can hold this up behind there at least a little bit to get so you can see it. Look at that. This fabric is going to be so stunning with this piece that I cannot wait to stitch on it some more. And honestly, this is such a... I think when you stitch on things... Sorry, my granddaughter grabbed me and she stretched out my shirt. I think when you do stitches, you really just have certain stitches that you really super enjoy. This did not feel like a chore. This didn't feel like, it's like chocolate melting in your mouth. It was so delicious. Anyway, so that was me describing me stitching on this, and I want to stitch on it even more. So I will definitely be, okay, can't say I'm going to be hoping to do much, but I'll get to that next because that's going to be a craziness. I did only manage to get 1,000 stitches in this next one. I'm going to show you my Trick or Treat HAED. Again, some of these projects, I didn't actually find half of our stuff until probably the last week of May. So it can tell you how fast I was stitching on some of this stuff, but I also didn't have a job. I also didn't have a lot of things. Well, I had a lot of things happening, but I didn't have a lot of things happening at the same time. So, and since I've lived here, I even get up earlier. So that's, I don't know if that's worse or not. I don't know yet. But I find 4 a.m. my eyes are open and I can't do anything. So I find myself stitching until my grandbaby wakes up. So with that being said, the last but not least at all, and the very least, is my Trick or Treat HAED. I can show you what it's supposed to look like. I can show you where I was at before, which isn't a lot of work, people. And I can show you where I'm at now. I'm going to fold it this way. I did get a little over 1,000 stitches in her, which is good. Probably a little bit from last time too. And this is where we are at now. Okay. I'm hoping that I can finish these 2 rows and then start working on this. But are you ready? I had a page finish. So chalk it up to a wonderful finish. I had a finish. That's all that matters. I had a finish. It was like this little itty bitty corner piece like right here. So this was a page finish. Yes, I'm super stoked. I actually enjoyed it. I only, like I said, I wanted to get some in for the month because I do like to do the focus challenge. This is my focus piece for the whole entire year. I can show you what it looks like if you haven't been around. At least what I've done so far anyway. Which isn't a ton, mind you, but when you see how big, this is a big piece. Here you go. And it's a lot of pages. Well, you know what? I did that all wonky, didn't I? There we go. How's that? A little bit better. It's still all wonky. But I can't put this back up and I can't do anything with it until I show you guys. So she hasn't gotten any work this month. So that is okay. All right, with that being said, I did go to Stitches Unlimited. They ordered something for me, and so I had to go and get, there was one other project I worked on in May. I left it downstairs. So it was a Sal, and I'll just have to show you guys in June. But these are threads that I needed for them. Why I can have 4 million threads in this house and still not have what I need is beyond me. It's $3,799 last month was one of them. I had to buy about four different skeins for 4 different projects because I didn't have any. How the heck do you not have $3,799 when 310 or 403 are not any different? Like, they're in every single project. I had none. No clue. No clue where they're at. No clue where I put them. Off my soapbox. Anyway, Stitches Unlimited, if you didn't check them out, they are a small business in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. And I went to go for them because they ordered this for me. This is called Needle Blings Design Christmas Eve Ride. They had it on their wall, and you better bet your bottom dollar this lady is going to be stitching this before, I don't know. I guarantee I'll be working on it before Christmas, though. I have no money, so I couldn't buy fabric, and they have an amazing fabric selection. It says to stitch this on they stitched it on 40 count. So guess what I'm doing? And I saw their 40 count. It's perfect. Thank you, Tamara. You now have me on 40 count stitching. And I thought I had 40 count fabric here in the house. But again, let's just say I can't find anything. We even went to the storage unit, but that's a whole other thing. So I purchased this one way back when, but I love it. I cannot wait to, I love the houses. I love the reindeer. And then I saw this there, and this is a Thankful bag. I don't know if I'll make it into a bag, but this is by Shepherd's Bush. But I do love the bag. I just love that it was thankful for everything. I've not done a Shepherd's Bush. I love the little pillow they did. So I really love that. And it came with, put the cover, you don't need to see that. And they came with, to be fair, I was left unsupervised. So if my husband ever sees this, to be fair, honey, you left me unsupervised. He stayed in the car this time. Actually, it was probably a good thing because there was so many people in there. So they have all of the charms for this, which are on the pillow, which I was like, yeah, I gotta have them. So I don't know if I'll make it into a bag. Probably not make it into a bag because I think it's cute. I think that would be perfect as a pillow or something like that as well. And I was making a little coffee bar for myself. So this is Heartstring Samplery, and C is for coffee. I would like to do this. This one's stitched on 32 count, and it's only 80 by 80. But I don't know. I thought 40 would be cute with that too, but then it may not work out as well. So I might even go down to 28 just to make it bigger. I like it. It's perfect. So, and now they're one from Heartstring Samplery, which I'm not a smalls. If you've been on this channel, you know that I am not the smallest person. I am usually large and in charge. Like, all my projects usually are pretty massive, take a very long time to do. Very seldom ever have a finish because I just never, ever do smaller projects. They don't call to me. Not that I don't do them. Not that I don't want to do them. Some of these bigger projects just call to me, and then it's like a drug. They just claw onto you, and they hold on to you, and they don't let go. They just don't let go. So that's for me. But I did see this, and there's quite a few people that I watch that have trees all the time. And I've always wanted to have a tree up all year long. I have a 16-foot Christmas tree that one year I did. I left it up all year long on my balcony where my door was in my old house that we owned in Alaska, and I decorated it all year. I decorated it for Easter. I decorated it for 4th of July or Memorial Day. I kept up red, white, and blue from Memorial Day until Labor Day, and then I did the fall, and then I did it all, and I loved it. I actually thought it was the coolest centerpiece in our house. It was just fun. So I can't guarantee I'm going to do it in this house, but I am going to do it soon in our next house somewhere. But this, I loved it. I saw it, and it's a very small. This one is a 50. Sorry, I don't have my glasses on, so I'm squinting. 50 by 100, super small. I think this would be so much fun. Yeah, I love this. So I would like to stitch this. 4th of July is coming. I cannot guarantee that I'll get to it anytime soon, but, I can try, right? We'll see. And I think that is it for my haul. As for life updates, I've kind of given you a little bit of a tidbit. So if that's what you guys came here for, thank you for showing up. Thank you for spending time with me. It was super quick. I ran through what I did in 25 minutes, which isn't horrible. Some people have so many people to catch up on, they got to get through it. So now it's all about life. And goodness gracious, does life throw some things at you. But if that's what you came here for, thank you. And I hope to see you next time. Life. A lot happened in May. We moved in a day. Actually, I'm going to, because it's all contributing. So the day before, we packed up our table and our stuff, which we left on a Sunday, a night. So Saturday, I looked on the Postal Service and I was like, okay, I know exactly where I'm going. I'm going to just see what they have. They had 3 jobs within 15-20 minutes of where I live now. I applied for all 3 of those. Not expecting to hear anything anytime soon, blah, blah, blah. Fast forward to we moved here. My husband and I took a couple days. We hauled his Jeep. We packed up our U-Haul. Thanks to all of our amazing friends in Tennessee. We did have 2 families that came over. We loaded a full U-Haul in 2 hours. It was amazing. We got here. We live in downtown, so it is noisy. It is a little much to take in. But I'm going to tell you, trying to find a 4-bedroom home that you can afford anywhere, you will take what you can get. And that's not really kind of what we did, but I reached out to this one person because we have different animals, and this landlord has been amazing. He got everything we needed, anything we needed beforehand. He did everything, which was pretty awesome. And so with that being said, we moved in that Monday. We returned the U-Haul on Tuesday. And we went to pick up our daughter. No, we dropped the U-Haul off on that Tuesday. We went to State College, stayed the night up there, went through our storage unit for a few things anyway, and then went to pick up our daughter that Wednesday. And then brought her back here with our grandbaby. So there has been an amazing turn of events throughout life. That day that we picked up my daughter, I got a job offer from all 3 of the Postal Service people. But I decided to take over the Hanover office, which is where I live in Hanover, Pennsylvania, and did all my things. I even got fingerprinted that week. Like, everything happened so fast. That next week, my husband started working. He is no longer working with them. He actually ended up hurting himself. He's not 20 anymore, even though he'd like to be. So we're dealing with all that now. Let's see. I guess we can just fast forward because it's just been a whirlwind. We have definitely gotten a little bit settled in. Taking care of the baby, taking care of my daughter, trying to get them, on the right track. My daughter got her permit, which she's never driven. So that was an amazing news. Just amazing, period. So she can take her driver's license whenever she wants because she's over the age of 18. That isn't going to happen right away because she's still scared to death. That's okay. Working through that anxiety. I got pretty much a week and a half later, we got an email, and I now work for the Postal Service. So I got the job. I've been in training. I've already been to work. I do work a lot, so I'm not sure how much stitching I am going to get done. However, I will tell you this. I'm happy to be home earlier than normal. When I worked for Amazon, I worked 10 hours, but I also drove pretty much an hour and a half every day. So by the time I got done, it was a 12-hour day. I came home by 6:30. I was exhausted. I really didn't want to do anything. Half the time, I'm lucky I got any stitching in whatsoever. So with that being said, I was pretty stoked that I got any stitching done while I was there. The job seems to be fantastic. So we're just going to keep rolling with the punches. June was a great month so far. I'll give you more updates on that, but I will try to also post every 2 weeks again, because I will say it was so hard to sit on the stitching. It was so hard to not talk about it. I did not, and I probably will not post my progress on Instagram. of my Eyes of the Forest and my other one that I'm doing the Sals with. I really would like to keep those updates here and between PD Stitcher and the Keystone Stitcher, because I just think it's fun to see those pieces. I will post them today since this video is going up today, but I want to keep those I just want to keep them like almost a surprise, just to see how far you get with each one of the stitchers that you're doing it with. I've been thinking it's a lot of fun. I've been very excited to watch their progress, and I'm so sorry I haven't been able to keep up. But I have had so much fun with both Tamara and Elle. So thank you guys so much for just letting me be a part of your stitchy world. You guys make this such an amazing place, as you all do. So with that being said, I guess plans, I didn't even do that yet, but plans, I'm going to work on all my Sals, Eye of the Forest. I will work on my Heartstrick samplers, so both my Sals with Tamara and Elle. And I can't say much, but I already have 2 projects that I've been working on, and I'm hoping that they will be a finish in June. So I guess you'll have to stay tuned. So I hope you guys have an amazing month of June, and I will probably see you in like a week. So I hope you guys have an amazing day, and happy stitching.